everyone, this is Kimmy Wyatt and welcome to this video. You guys, I'm going to be talking pretty loud. I hope I remember to anyway, because at this building right here, you hear that noise? It's obviously their AC system, however that goes. And it's really loud, and it's really a tall building. You guys, my neck is like, my head is almost touching my back. Very tall building. But before I get started with this video today, I'm going to talk to you guys about a lot of beguiling situations and things. I can't tell half of my story when it comes to gang stalking. I got to tell you guys everything. From witchcraft, demonetry, if there's such a word, demons. I got to tell you guys anything, and there's a lot of witchcraft involved, and it's demonic activities involved, demons involved. And I want to say this for the record, you guys, please, get out of your box. Get out of your normal thinking. Do that anyway. You'd be surprised what you learn from someone else. And I'm not just talking about me. But when I say that, you know, some videos I've posted in the past, and I've told people that, you know, this is not the government and stuff like that. And they're like, it's the government. Let me tell you guys something. And I was going to do a specific video on this. But because on this topic right here, not what I'm about to talk about today, but on this right here, what I'm about to say. But because I'm going over not over all my videos, I got to do that later for editing. But I'm going in on all of my topics, you guys. There's videos that I have been meaning to post for 3 years, but I have to admit, no excuse. One woman show, first of all. Secondly, you know, you just I gotta do shit. Excuse my language. I gotta go to places. I gotta do things, okay? And so I can't continuously, even though I have a lot of videos. Well, let me pull out my phone and do this, and you know, it's not where I want it to be, but it will be eventually. Thank you, Jesus. But I want to say this right here, you guys. Stop saying this is the government, and that's not what this video is about. Please stop saying this is the government gang stalking. It is not the government. However, you may have entities that work for the government. I believe that, especially when it comes to housing, public housing assistance, entities like that, because they have access. People who are involved in gang stalking, organized crime, have access to people's social security numbers and sometimes their mental state, you know, or what is perceived as their mental state. For instance, I went into a shelter, and one of the requirements for the shelter is that you go see the psychiatrist. I was trying my best to get up out of there. I was getting my assistance to get my apartment, and I was trying my best to get off of record before they made that shelter into a mental shelter. No offense to anyone who has mental problems, but I just didn't want to be associated with that. You know, if it is, it isn't. But if it isn't, it isn't. You know, I've been called a lesbian before. I'm not a lesbian. Call me what I am, you know. And just keep it real. If I was a lesbian, I'm a lesbian. You know, if I am a lesbian, I'm a lesbian, but I'm not. And so and for me, when you throw a card at me with a name on it, I want it to be official. I want it to be correct. And so I wanted to get up out of there before they put that stamp on there, a seal for that shelter to be considered a mental shelter. I did not. I had gotten my assistant voucher to get housing and everything, but they had already considered it for mental patients, mental people, maybe 2 weeks before I've officially got out of there. You know, got my own place and everything, even though I had my papers to get housing. You know, just wasn't gone yet. But you guys, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm just to scare you a little bit. You see this car right here with the light on? You see this car right here with the light on? That little light. It's supposed to be 2 lights, right? I'll talk about that in a minute. I hope I remember. But the reason why, and so I don't have to do a video on this, condensing some of my videos, the reason why this is not the government, you guys, is I mentioned to someone who was posting back and forth with me on the issue of it being the government. The reason why I know it's not the government is because, first of all, I've worked for the government. That doesn't mean anything. Kimmy, that doesn't, excuse my voice, you guys, I'm kind of losing a little bit. That doesn't, no. I work for the government in a capacity where these things would occur, to that degree, in other words, people would get caught, arrested. I've worked for different entities of the government, but one in particular, which I just thank the Lord that I was given that opportunity, because I really feel, although I've always been alert, that working for that government entity actually enhanced, looking into the future right now, what my awareness of crime and criminals and this and that, okay? It really did. So what I want to talk to you guys, so this is the reason why. Let me tell you why I know this is not the government, so I don't have to do a video on it. And as I mentioned, when I was going back and forth with that person, I brought up this point, and they said, you know what? They had to back down. They said that makes sense. Let me tell you something. What the government is not going to do. The government is not going to get some booty shorts wearing, weed smoking, excuse my language, hoe of a woman, or some thugged out, whatever, this, that, and the other, or some mental person who feels like they are not mental or whatever, whatever. The government is not going to get those types of people involved in trying to spy on people. Think about that for a moment. It's official. It's official. As Tamia said. Missing in the song, Missing You. It's official. They're not going to do anything. You guys, trust me when I tell you. I don't know where you've worked, but the government is not going to do that. They want all their T's crossed and their I's dotted when they put those handcuffs on you, even more so than the police department. Okay, you are on surveillance at that point, and you're going to be surveillance for a minute. Okay, so trust me. They're not just going to, ooh, that's him. Click, click. Putting those handcuffs on you. No. They're going to make sure and make damn sure that they have the right person, that they have evidence. This is why criminals lose their federal cases, because we have you on camera. We were looking right at you. We were following you. We were surveillancing you. We got your phone calls, that kind of thing. So no, it's not the government. The government is not going to get idiots involved. I'm talking about the feds. It's not going to get idiots involved with people saying it's the federal government. No, it's not. It's not. This is just something that's been going for a minute under the radar, okay, and under your nose, under my nose, and we did not know it was happening, and now it's coming to the forefront. And I hate to say this, I don't want to be selfish, but I'm glad that there are other people other than myself who are victims of gang stalking, because at some point, people committing suicide, you guys, you feel like you're the lone stranger, not ranger. As in the old cowboy sitcom, not the Lone Ranger, but the lone stranger, meaning you're in this by yourself. Then you are crazy, because no one else knows about it. So you talk to people. Okay. So anyway, I'm not going to rant. I don't have that much space on this phone, but that's the reason why it's not the government. You guys, trust me, the government is not. Let me reiterate: get idiots, everyday citizens, not to this capacity, involved in spying on people, and because they know you may know them, okay? For what? Two, they know people talk. They haven't done. What have you done? Where are your fingerprints with the government? Since people are saying it's the government. You know what I'm saying? They would have to have that person's fingerprints. I mean, come on, you guys. I can go on and on and on. There's multiple reasons why this is not the government. What it is, however, is when it comes to gang stalking, is people that work for companies that have access, and I'm talking in the private sector as well as governmental sectors, okay? They have access to documents and access to social security numbers and access to information, and and I'm going to say there's a race of people, without sounding prejudiced, when they get someone's information, ooh-wee, most of them, not all of them, because when I talk about race, you guys, and I do talk about race in a lot of my works, I don't bite my tongue. It's not everyone, but as a whole, I'm just going to go ahead and coin that term, even though it's been out for me. Coin it for me as a whole when it comes to race. I'm going to talk about a race, including my own, but I mean it as a whole. And for me, I have a quote: if 70% of a race is doing this and that, then we're all inclusive, or they're all inclusive. All right. So there you go. But there are races on the planet that when they get someone's personal information, they run with it. It's just a fact. Got caught a lot of times. They run with it. I'm going to give you an example. And this is not getting anyone's information without naming who this race is. Lady works for Whole Foods. I can tell you this lady's name if my life depended on it. But the story is high capacity. Worked in human resources. High capacity job. I mean, highly favored, highly skilled job. Very, very, well, put it this way. She was making like $60,000 plus a year. Sum that up. I'm looking for words. And she got fired. You know why she got fired? Because one of the employees, who is since, I know for a fact, deceased, but I spoke with this person, and this person worked for this company. So this is not coming from 3-4 people down the line. This is coming from the source. Okay, the source knew or found out that one of the higher tier people at this company, Whole Foods, I don't mind telling you, was coming into town. Let me make my own story up for this, or whatever, coming in to visit, and got the opportunity to speak to this person. This person got the opportunity to speak to them and asking, can they speak to them, and brought it to their attention that how is it that a certain race of people, because this lady was this race, can come in and apply for a job, yet they haven't put any time in, and they're coming in as supervisors. But you got people, now mind you, this person admitted they did not want to be a supervisor, okay? But had been with the company, I think 13 years. Okay, but that's a choice. You want to be supervisor. But they did bring it to their attention. Make a long story short, she got fired. She had supposedly, and if my numbers are right, hired 5 people from the outside who had absolutely no experience whatsoever. And so there are races that will go to the ends of the earth to win, for their people. You should. All right. So for you, be careful with that. So before I get started, I went 12 minutes in. Before I get started, you guys, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and be sure to click that notification bell so that you will be one of the first to get notifications of new vids I post up. Also, scroll down where the text is posted for the video. You will find some terms, TERMS. I ask that you look those terms up via a video format platform, and right now that's YouTube. Also, scroll down where the text is posted for the video. Order some of my stuff, you guys. My skin and hair care line is absolutely wonderful. Get at me if you do not have information for ordering, and you probably don't or whatever, but let me know. I want to, other than that, it's up in the air right now because I have to go over every video, the text of the video, and change up some things. But let me know. I do want to order this, Kimmy. How can I order it now? So let me know. My phone number's there, although it may be forwarded to someone else. And keep in mind, you guys, when my number continuously changes, I'm probably going to keep the current one. You may go to videos where there's a different phone number. Don't use that one. Always use the most current information from the most current videos. It's like I got to go through all of them, like I said. But keep in mind, if you get me and I'm telling you, well, I don't make that, or I'm saying something that you absolutely know that is not true, please, that's not me. Oh God. And so I don't do this video as well. Speaking of that, you guys, be careful with your voicemails. You guys who have your voicemails, which I normally would do, this is Kimmy Wyatt. Thank you for calling. I will say something like, thank you for calling. At the present time, I'm not able to answer the phone. Please leave me a detailed message, and I blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's my voice. That's Kimmy, right? These people will record your voice on another device, record that entire message, whatever it is, hack in your phone, okay? And then when you call the number, they have recorded that your voice. How can I put this? How can I say this? And then recorded your voice, or copied it. That's the word. Woo! Onto the voicemail of the fake number. You thinking you're calling the right number because there's SIM card hijacking and SIM card mirroring people's SIM cards. Okay, I got a video on that already out. And what is occurring is you think that you're getting that person because you hear their voice. No, you're not. A lot of scam. Okay, here go another video. Here's another video I was going to do. And I may still do this video because this, even though this video is about your food, you see this car right here, you guys? There is a car that follows me all the time. As a matter of fact, I'm glad I didn't tell you what this video is about, because I'm going to make this video about this so I can sum this up. I'll do the other one later, what I was going to say, because this is going to take the rest of my time on my my space on my phone. See this car? All right. See, the light is out. There's a car like this that follows me all the time, y'all. See that? Same car. You know how I know it's the same car? I've been doing videos over here. Not over here, but right over there. Matter of fact, I got to post a video showing that same church right there. You can come out on the side and sit. This building right here, you see how it's lit up? Well, when you go down, it's all blue down there. You can't see it. You keep in mind that the devices that these idiots use, if they have the name of your phone, that's all they need to look for. But yet I change my name all the time. But back to this vehicle. I have been here. Here's my stuff. There's my stuff right there. First of all, let me tell you what time it is. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. This is what your girl has to do. Female out 2 o'clock in the morning just so she can get some work done. And I'm not talking about this video. Okay. I just got 2 messages on my phone that I have never seen on my phone. You didn't know about the first one, but I'm going to tell you. Visual voicemail. Hello, why are you sending me a message? But here we go. So I've been out here a minute. This video is 6 going into 17 minutes. You see this light on this vehicle? Let me show you. There is a vehicle that follows me just like this vehicle. You know how I know it's the same one? All of a sudden their light was out, following me. The light is out in this vehicle. So what I did before I start recording, I have no problem doing this. I walked right over here to the vehicle. It was already here when I got here. They knew I was coming. They know I'm not at home. I got over here and looked in the vehicle. Y'all tell me if y'all see someone. Y'all see anybody in there? I don't. Y'all see somebody in that vehicle? Excuse the background of that sign, that Michael whatever sign, Jackson whatever. Y'all see somebody in this vehicle? Guess what? We go around the front. Lights are on. Now mind you, this video is 18 minutes. It took me about 5 minutes to get my phone out and do all that. Y'all see anybody in there? Huh? Lights on, right? You see it? No. You know why? You know why you don't see anyone in there? You don't see anyone in there because there is someone in there. You hear me? So you guys be very careful. Be very careful, because this is real. One of the things that my friend who passed away noticed, and I was so glad before he passed away he noticed this. He would always go and pay his bills at a pond, lake pond, like how could I put this? A pond. I was gonna say playground. But anyway, we would go different places, put it that way. They had this pond with all the birds, you know, the swans and all that. And so we went somewhere basically 6 days out of the week. We did all the time for years. And going out to eat, going out to just everywhere. I had already noticed this. But see, I can't tell everyone everything, because some stuff really sounds like some off-the-wall, crazy, whatever. And I hope I don't have to start this video over and delete some stuff, but I don't have, most of my stuff is just going to be videos. But let me hurry this up. Let me tell you what I noticed. Now I'm going to tell you what he noticed, and then I'll tell you that I knew that. So we go to this park. There we go. Woo. It's a park with a pond, you know, and people you can fish out there. They put fish out there once a week, and you can fish, and it's got, you know, just beautiful scenery. And we go out there and we may get something to eat and eat out there, or we'll just go out there. But most time we are going to eat something. And my best friend, my I want to say ex-best friend, but other people's he passed away, so he's not my ex-best friend. You guys, he had to pay his bills, and this is one thing this dude did was paid his damn bills. Okay, I'll tell someone in a minute, if you can't come correct trying to talk to me like that dude that has passed away, 110% dude, used to jump out of airplanes. You don't have to do that. Don't come to me. He paid his bills. He had everything was tight. You know what I'm saying? Just that dude that did everything, paid his bills, nice home. You know what I'm saying? Him. And he picked me up one day to go not to go pay his bills, but while we were out, he was going to pay his bills. This park has benches. And so I told him when he came in my place one time, I said, don't do that. Don't do that. Even though we went back and forth with it. He said, what? I said, you can pay your bills in here, but please turn them, don't, you know, cameras. They're looking right at your everything. Oh, you know, I'm not worried about. He was that type of person, Scorpio, that would listen to you, but not listening to you. He listened to you the whole time, and he got to say something before he takes action. That type of person. I knew that. I learned that about him. So what he did was he came the second time to pay bills once a month in my place, and I noticed him turning the bills once he wrote out the envelope, and he still paid everything via mail. Smart move. You guys need to start back doing that. And he would turn the envelope over, you know, even though they could see through that, but at least it was turned over. Third time, and he had paid bills prior to this, you know, many times, but this third time in this incident, we went off the premises from my place, and he paid the bills. He went and sat down at a bench. I was inside the vehicle, I think still eating, if I was eating anything, or working on my work paper, you know, working on my stuff, you know, regardless of what it is. And he said, you coming out here? And I said, no. I said, I'm going to stay in here. He said, okay. So he went to this bench that we always go to pay his bills. He's facing his vehicle. I can look at him. He can look at me. You guys, a vehicle pulled up. And let me see. I don't know what this is over there. Some people. A vehicle pulled up, you guys. I saw he had a truck. Seats kind of back because I'm relaxing. I got the seat back a little bit. And because it's a truck, you're going to be sitting back a little further anyway, as opposed to a regular vehicle. Okay. I saw a vehicle pull up, space in the middle of between his vehicle and this vehicle that pulled up. Okay. Space in the middle. Stay with me. This is the same vehicle I had seen this incident happen. Once again, I'm not gonna see anything when he comes to the vehicle, because he's probably gonna think blah, 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 you know, Kimmy. Okay, but I'm gonna see if he's gonna notice it. What happened, you guys? A vehicle pulled up, not next to us, but a space over. I leaned up in the vehicle because I had seen the vehicle. Now you hardly see this vehicle. I hardly see this vehicle with my gang stalking. Hardly ever see it. Okay. Kind of burgundy-ish, one of the smaller little, they call them an SUV. I don't think that's an SUV from my dictionary, but okay. Little small, supposedly SUV vehicle, you know, the little mini ones. I saw the vehicle pull up. So in order for me to see who was in it, which is what prompted me to see who was in it, because I've seen it before, and this is what I did not see. Y'all figure that out. When I leaned up to see who was in the vehicle, why wasn't there someone in the driver's seat, but it just pulled up? Let me say that again. Mind you, I had seen this before. I may have seen it twice before, this incident. When I leaned up, because we're in a truck, you know, and with the big part in the front, and this is a mini SUV, so we're both parked. However, I had to lean up because of the length of the truck to see who was driving that vehicle. Let me see if I can see him this time. And I let it sit there for about a minute and a half, and then it hit me. That's the same vehicle. Okay. When I leaned up, you guys, why wasn't there someone in the driver's seat? Guess what happened? When my best friend came to the vehicle, sane, crazy. We was that other crazy. You know, we laugh and have a good time. But sane, military, veteran. Okay? He gone through some things in his life, being in the military, but no. When I say sane, he knew right from wrong. He wasn't talking to himself, none of that. No schizophrenia, nothing like that. Okay? When he came to the vehicle, his truck, it was a truck, and opened that door, had his bills, probably about 15 deep, or less, maybe 10, in his hand, and he's in envelopes, and he, you know how you hit them with your other hand or something to make them all line up. This is in motion. Imagine this. He pulls down the sun visor to put the bills up there so that he wouldn't lose them, and he's done that before. This is norm. He's still on the outside though. When he puts his foot up on the, I don't know what they call it, to lift himself up in the truck. He wasn't all that short, but you know, he still had to do it. This is what he said to me. No, he hadn't put his foot up yet. This is in motion. Stay with me. He put the bills up there and he's talking. He said, you know what? I just saw that vehicle, this one right here. Now, mind you, he's putting the bills up there. He's talking and doing what he you know what I'm saying, in motion, putting the bills up there, talking. He said, you know what? I just saw this vehicle. Or this car, I'm saying vehicle, he probably said car, pull up. And I'm like, I didn't say anything, but I'm like, ooh, he saw it. He said, but why isn't there someone in it? Or he may have said it, he said, but there's no one in it. Either way, there was no one in the vehicle. I saw it myself that there was no one in the vehicle, and it just pulled up. There you go. Although this vehicle was sitting here the whole time, when I came, it was sitting here. There's no one in the vehicle. You